What's up, people? Old Spy here, and we are continuing on, starting from the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. We are going to be heading into Lost Isalith today. So we have a little bit of some specific gear here. I'm going to go a little bit lore friendly, and I'm going to use the Black Knight sword for this episode. Whoops, I always do that. Alright, we're gonna look at it from here. Taking a look at the lore, you can see great sword of the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face the Chaos Demons. I know I haven't done any lore so far, but I just wanted to point that out as to why we're using that particular weapon. No other reason than just the story here. But we are using the Dragon Crest shield for a very specific reason. Because of the 85% fire damage, we're gonna be seeing a lot of fire down here. So we want to use that equipment. Everything else is the same. We got our 35 vitality, 35 endurance, 25 strength, 25 dexterity. So we're looking really good on the build. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this as quick as possible, because if time permits, we may have a triple boss fight today. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going to all depend upon the time, obviously, because last episode, with me forgetting to actually free Dusk, it ran to almost 50 minutes, which is obviously something I want to avoid. But anyways, so if we can pack it all in here, we're going to do that. I think it'll be fun. When you come down here, the guys up top aren't aggroed, but those guys will chase you down at the bottom there. As you can see, they're coming after me. We're going to hook back around here, and we are going to head to our first boss fight, which will be right across this bridge here. And through the fog gate. Alright, so this is a pretty unique boss fight. I don't really know what to say about it overall without kind of really tearing it apart, but we'll just go ahead and figure out a way to beat it, and we'll leave it at that. And you guys can you can be the judge once we get done. So we come around the corner, we got this massive, imposing, very crazy looking boss, but he's not aggroed. To get him going, we're going to go ahead and pick up this set, which is actually a pretty cool set. Whoops, I always do that, man. Always do that. I always get hit by that. So we're going to continue on. We're going to run around this way. If you get hit by it, you're fine. Just keep running back through. Go ahead and chug a lug just to avoid catastrophe. Alright, so we're heading all the way back to the fog gate. As we can see, he's coming for us. He's going to leap. And when he does that, he's going to leave himself open. And that's it. That's it. That's what I said. I don't know. I don't know about that boss, but either way. First boss down in our possible triple threat boss match here. Get humanity, homeward bone. Probably should have put my ring on but I'm always too busy trying to pose. Alright, so now we've cleared the lava, and we're going to head on back down where we were heading before. All the way down this way. We're going to ignore these guys. And now, if we look out there, we see a ton of Taurus demons, right? And you can go out there and you can fight them, and you can get a couple of items. But we don't really need to do that. So it's out there, it's there, but we can come back and do that at any time. So we're not going to go out that way. Instead, we're going to head this way, where we have good old Capra Demon waiting for us. Two hits, he's done. Not nearly as intimidating, although you can see his double swings take off almost our entire stamina bar, so do be aware of that. And now as we come down here, we are going to get invaded. There it is. So we've seen Knight Kirk before down in the depths, and he's coming at us again, and he's charging on in, and he's getting wrecked. We got his spike shield and the barbed straight sword. So we have his weapons in his shield. And you can actually get his armor, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, you can go through and you can fight all of those Capra demons. And we're doing, what was that, 2 hits on them? So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I want to show you this. You can slide right down here. And we've got a bonfire, and all we got to do is kill one enemy. So this is the way that we want to go. Whoops. I really wanted to hit him there. Yeah. This guy does hit pretty hard, so you do have to kind of watch him. But we're also hitting hard too, so. Bam, there we go. We're going to go ahead and rest. And we are going to take this bonfire up. We'll do 15. We don't really need to take it all the way up to 20. Because there's kind of a lot of bonfires in this next stretch. So there's actually like 3 coming up straight in a row. But there are some boss fights in between. So what I would recommend is, if you are struggling with any of these boss fights, and that's, you know, perfectly legit if you are, then go ahead and take them up. Kindle them as high as you can. And, you know, that'll be really useful. So. Alright, we're going to head right straight into the next boss fight. We're 9 minutes in. We're 9 minutes in, so. Hopefully I don't go through this too fast. I might be able to knock out... Might be a 4 boss episode. And then I'm going to get killed. Being all boastful. Alright. So we got Another one of our classic demon bros. And he is very similar to the one. Oh, wow. I'm trying to. All right, let me get reset here. All right, so he's very similar to the one that we fought on our return. Oh my goodness. Our return to Undead Asylum. Except for he's got obviously way more fire attacks now, and his AoE is much bigger. But really, it is a very similar strategy. He moves around much better, as you can see, than the guy down in Undead Asylum. But just kind of stay on the move. Make sure you keep your shield up. This is a good shield for this fight. And that's really the thing that we're gonna have to worry about, aside from getting hit. But we're just gonna tank those with our shield, and then if we need to, we'll heal when we can. And I'm rolling when he's coming down. When his swing comes down, go ahead and roll. Shield up. Honestly, the worst thing here, as you can see, are these roots or branches or trees, whatever you want to call them. The actual arena itself can be the most difficult thing at times. Woo! Boom. Down he goes. Oh, wait. Got it this time. All right. Finally remembered to put it on. You get the Demon's Catalyst. So if you, I don't know, want to add some casting, or you're doing a casting build, that's a bonus for you. Now, if you go up this way, I just want to show this. At this point in time, I really don't even think this is necessary, but I might as well show it anyways since we have plenty of time right now. Yeah, I would say if you come down here any earlier, this is useful. But once you've got the ability to warp, yeah, I guess it still is, because it takes you up to, that will take you, I should have wrote it up, my bad. But that will take you up to the bonfire that we started at, the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. So you ride that up, and then, so if you warp there, you can just slide back down to this point after, you know, the point where you've beaten 2 bosses already. So that is, I guess it is useful. Alright, we're going to continue on this way. Ouch. Man, we are gobbling up humanity with these bonfires. We're going to go ahead and kindle this one on up. Just because this boss can be somewhat difficult. Alright, so there we go. And now we're going to head down here. Man, I feel like I'm speed running this thing. It's been like 15 minutes. But we're going to head right down here. And you can summon Solaire for this fight. I personally wouldn't recommend it because I feel like he makes it more difficult to control where this boss fight happens. So there's two things. When we go in here, you can either fight this boss if you feel confident. And really, I would recommend if you had lighter armor, you can fight him right in front of this boss. As soon as you go through the boss fog, you can just stay there and fight him there if you're confident in your rolls. That's a little more difficult. And the armor, the equipment that I'm using, I just don't feel like I'm moving fast enough. So, we're going to go ahead. Watch him come in here. So we are going to run, jump, and you're going to take damage when you do this, but it'll be alright because you'll beat him over here. You'll have plenty of time to heal. We're going to run, jump, heal up, and we're going to wait for him as far back as possible so that he comes well enough onto this platform to where we can fight him. Now, hopefully he keeps coming because sometimes he gets caught in that loop. Alright, so we're going to have to go out and fight him here. That's good. We want him to do that. Keep your shield up. Go ahead and get a couple hits in, whatever you can hit. You just want to make sure you stay off the lava, which is pretty obvious. And you want to kind of stay close to him because if you get far away, he'll get stuck in that loop where he won't do anything but that attack. Alright, so we got his arm off. We get the orange charred ring. Go ahead and top off. And this boss fight is kind of crazy. It's not as hard as it might look right now. It's just not. You know, typically we're used to controlling a little bit more. It's kind of a chaotic fight. No pun intended. But there we go. He's down. And now what you want to do is you want to make sure that immediately you equip the orange charred ring. So that ring that we just got, you want to slap it on. Because with that ring on, you can slide right on through all of the lava. So you don't have to worry about the lava with that ring on. Come on here. There's our good buddy Solaire.
Why? Why, after all this searching?
And he's not in good spirits, so we're going to leave him alone. And if you would like, you can push the issue with him and figure out what's going on and try to help him out. If you'd like. We're not going to do that. So we're going to continue on. Yep, so as long as you got the ring on and the orange boot up there under your health and endurance, you are good to go to walk through the lava. And we have reached Lost Isalith. And we're doing pretty good here. Alright, so we're going to come around. Got all these the undead dragon torsos. And they're not aggroed, which is a good thing because they can trash you pretty quickly. Step on in here. Soul of a great hero. And now you want to have your running shoes on. You want to follow the path up. Right on up here. Alright, we got some humanities. We're going to drop down right out in front. And now here, illusory wall, secret bonfire. And why not? We'll take this up a couple. And we'll go ahead and take it up to 15. And we still have some time, so why don't we just go ahead and make it 4 boss fights? You run across. Head on up this way. And when you come down here, you've got all these guys around. They're going to start moving around. They're going to start breathing fire. Honestly, almost every time I come here, this is how I handle this area. I don't know. I think there's pretty much a consensus that of the like quote unquote final areas of each branching path, this is by far the worst one. And it's evident by the final boss that's up here as well. So I really just, I don't know, man. I don't mess around. I don't mess around in here. I usually just get through it as quick as possible. And we can go out here, and there's some soul items all over and stuff. But really, I mean, at this point, we've pretty much got all that we need. So I just like to go ahead and get through this. There's plenty of exploring for you guys to do in this area. Alright, so we kill this NPC, one of the Sisters of Chaos. Pick up the Isalith Catalyst. Wow. And now we got this guy again. We just killed him a minute ago, and now we got to kill him again because he doesn't know when to give up. Alright, so now he's done. So Nightkerk is out of the picture for now. We don't have to worry, well, not for now. For the rest of the playthrough, we don't have to worry about any more of those invasions. And here is our final boss fight of the area. Now, as we come through, I'm going to have plenty of time to relax and talk about what's going on here, but there's a specific way, this is like way back in the day, people came up with this method, and this is the way I've always appreciated fighting this boss. So the Bed of Chaos comes out, and he's, you know, this giant tree-like root dried out creature thing with these big wispy wavy hands. And I don't know, this is a total gimmick boss fight. So what you want to do is run to this side. Don't get hit there. Alright, you want to smash through those kind of roots. Smash through there. And bam, hit that first thing, the glowing orb. Whatever it is. That takes out one side. So he sprouts one little flame wing thing. Now, you can run back around to the other side. The problem is, when you do that, the floor starts collapsing, and chances are you're going to fall to your death. You're going to get either swept in by his hands and pushed off, or the floor is going to give way underneath you, unless you know the specific pattern. So what I like to do, and this is a little bit more time consuming, but I like to go ahead and use a homeward bone right there. So we're back at this bonfire. And it's kind of a rinse and repeat, only we're going to go for the other side. And honestly, I don't know. I have no qualms in using this technique to fight this boss because, well, I don't know. Love this game, but they were obviously running low on boss designs when it came to this area. As you can tell by the fact that we've smashed 3 bosses already. We're working on the 4th one, and it hasn't even been 30 minutes yet. It's just short of 30 minutes. So now, granted, there is quite a bit more you can areas that you can go to and kind of walk around. But there's no real payoff, man, and I don't like to do stuff if there's not a real payoff. You know, we didn't do the NPC quest. If you're doing some certain NPC quests, this area is vital, specifically down there. But we're not really worrying about that. You guys know the drill. It's not that kind of walkthrough. Helping you guys get through the game, so that's what we're doing. Alright. So we're sliding back down. And when we get back down, we've got the other side. So here's what I'm talking about with the floor. So when you start to walk back out and you start to head over here, you can see the floor starts collapsing. Alright, so what you want to do is... Alright, hold on. Led you astray. We actually want to, right now, put our... We're going to put our Havel's ring on, and we're going to lighten the load just a touch here. Oof! See what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know what it is, but no matter what, the direction makes no sense, but somehow he knocked me down. Oh my goodness. Alright. Swipe. Swipe. Go. All right, we're at 31 minutes and we look like bacon. So I'm actually going to call it right there. A little bit of a disappointing end. But I don't want to drag this out. I tried to rush it. I probably should have just cut it off at the 20-minute mark when we got here. But we're going to pick this up real quick on the next episode, and we'll go ahead and knock this guy out, and that will be that. So I apologize for the kind of the rough ending, but we'll pick it up on the next episode. So I'll see you then.